It is time for our virtual Roadie Roundup, and boy, oh boy, do we have a panel that we have put together today. Sean Holly joins us this morning. Gabe Saglier from Travel Zoo. He's actually joining us from the West Coast today. And Kristen and Steve from B101. Folks, thanks so much for being with us today.
Anytime.
Great to see you. Thanks, Will.
Thank you.
All right, let's start off with this. Obviously, the holidays are going to be different for everybody. Thanksgiving is coming up next week. Sean, I'm going to start with you. What does Thanksgiving look like for you and your family, or do you even know yet?
Well, I mean, let's face it. We're in some unfortunate and depressing times, but as it relates to Thanksgiving, I'm going to get my grub on no matter what. I'm going to eat a few times. I don't need a bunch of people staring at me to enjoy my meal. I'm going to give me my oyster stuffing, mac and cheese, and my beautiful lady, and I'm fine.
That's good. Gabe, you've got your family out on the West Coast. I know things are getting worse out there as well. What does the Thanksgiving and the holidays look like for you folks?
Well, listen, dovetailing from what Sean just mentioned, the fact is when we have the entire family together, oftentimes we are sort of forced to eat dishes that were brought, potluck style. And there are a couple of things my brother makes that I just, I'm thankful that this year I don't have to necessarily consume. He brought duck last year in addition to which actually was not a bad addition, but this year it's going to be just the five of us. We've been sort of massaging our way through this whole thing here in Southern California for the last really couple of weeks. I've got my mom who's in her early 70s. I've got some siblings down south, closer to downtown Los Angeles. And really, I think what's going to happen is that for Thanksgiving Thursday, everybody's doing their own thing at home. We've got a smaller turkey for me and my wife and my three kids. We're putting a sort of a menu together. I've got this spinach gratin from Ina Garten that I'm on the menu. And then maybe over the weekend, we might do something that's sort of socially distanced that allows us to visit with mom and some of the brothers and sisters.
Yeah, well, that's good.
That
was the idea.
Kristen and Steve, what do you guys got going on?
Pumpkin pie and alcohol.
Wow.
There it is.
There you go.
Or for her, Friday. I'm just going to do, a small, my family, just a small family get together. They're all really thankful for, that I'm not cooking. I'm ordering it in and bringing it in, so.
He'll spend it alone.
It all works out. All right, next up, former President Obama always releases his playlist. This year, he's released some of his favorite songs. On the list, we have Bruce Springsteen, The Rising. We've got Brooks and Dunn, Only in America. Number one on the list, we also have Aretha Franklin, The Wait, B.B. King, The Thrill Is Gone. So if we were to go to Kristen and Steve's playlist, what would be on that playlist?
It'd be pretty varied. Definitely, I would have some Panic at the Disco on there. Roaring 20s, love that song. Some Fall Out Boy, Dance Dance. My goodness, probably some old school Van Halen. Got to have that in there too. Doors.
I'd have a lot of 80s stuff like Talking Heads and Journey, Aerosmith, but I like all the genres too, like Garth Brooks, Rascal Flatts, Kid Rock, Brad Paisley. Just a ton of
Brad
stuff.
Paisley,
easy stop, draw one.
Yeah. Gabe, what about you?
Yeah, Brad Paisley's a good one. I'm stuck in the 60s and 70s still for some reason, which is kind of nice because I'm introducing my kids. I've got my two boys are 12 and 15. They're like, hey, this stuff is really good stuff. You're going to be thankful that I introduced you to, like the Beatles. I know that Mr. Obama had Michelle by the Beatles on his list, which I think is a fantastic song. I would have to include Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison, which is a song I sang. The only time I've ever sang with a live band at my wedding for my wife was Brown Eyed Girl. So that continues to be a song that I hum on a regular basis. And I've got to throw in there Wonderful Tonight by Eric Clapton, very romantic song. And then, lately I've been biking in the sunny mornings here in Southern California to Lovely Day by Bill Withers. So a little bit of funk on that list for sure.
Good one. What about you, sir? What about you, Sean?
Well, I'm going with some jazz. Mike Phillips, he's a sax. I like him. Biggie, anything by Biggie, I enjoy. Marvin Gaye too as well. And as far as current music, I would go with Jack Harlow and What's Poppin', Drake and his new song, and the song by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, and I'm not going to say the name of
it. And we appreciate that. Now, next up, if we could just do this somewhat quickly. New York Post put out an article, and it said Americans would rather drink with Martha Stewart than Ina Garten when all of this is said and done. I think drinking is the key. Sean, when all of this is said and done, who are you drinking with? What celebrity?
Wow, definitely not Brendan Kirby. I mean, listen, I see people gravitating more to Martha Stewart because she's got a little bit more of an edge to her now. She's went from slinging pillowcases and having QVC type cred. Now she's with Snoop Dogg, and she's got some gangster and street cred with her. But I would go with Michelle Obama.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Gabe, what about you?
First of all, Ina Garten over Martha Stewart. I mean, I'm a big Martha Stewart fan, but Ina Garten, how can you go wrong with someone who just loves to make you happy through food? And again, I'm making her spinach dish for Thanksgiving. I would have to say, if I could bring Peter Sellers back from the grave, the funniest man ever, I would actually have maybe a little Pinot Noir and then some Irish whiskey with him, and just talk about some of those fantastic behind-the-scenes stories with the Beatles and some of that great stuff that was going on in the 60s and 70s.
Sounds good. Kristen and Steve, who are you having drinks with?
Oh boy, if I had to go between Martha Stewart and Ina Garten, I probably would go with Ina Garten as well, because I love her mac and cheese recipe, even though it's made me gain about 50 pounds in 2020. But another celebrity, oh my goodness, probably Jimmy Buffett. Probably one of the favorite interviews I've ever done. He is a sweetheart of a guy, and I would love to spend more time with him and mix up some drinks in my Margaritaville machine.
Nice.
Sounds good. And quickly, Steve.
If I had to pick between the two, it would probably be Martha Stewart. But if I had to pick a quote-unquote celebrity, Dr. Fauci, just to find out what is going on underneath that white roof. Really?
Guys, thanks so much for being on with us. I wish you and your family a happy Thanksgiving wherever you're spending it. We appreciate your time.
You too, sir.
Likewise. Happy Thanksgiving to all.